From our heart to the arts. We believe in this. We were called to this. Some victories, some defeat. No retreat, no surrender. Out here in the streets. Good evening, and welcome to Heart to Arts. You're in for a treat. You're in for a roller coaster ride. This woman of God has lived life, not a fairy tale. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and listen as she shares the heart to her hearts. Welcome. Welcome to Nickeisha Jones. We're honored to have you on our first Toda's Heart to Heart.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, my dear.
And me where dance for you, Jesus. Me where I go out and I evangelize. I walk with my other church leaders. Them I go and I hand out tracks. I say Jesus is Lord. Jesus save. Jesus provide. Jesus Lord. Well, you know, you understand. So I was angry at God because how could you?
Yes.
How could you? You understand? I tried to live my life to wait till marriage. Apart from when the one anyone
Yes,
whatever.
and it didn't happen.
But I wait till marriage to give myself to somebody.
Yes.
You understand? I took a vow that I will serve you and serve you wholeheartedly. And at this year I said, Mina, I say, when the nurse comes around to do the final check for the evening, just after she check you, tell her say I got a bathroom. And there's a nursing station there, you have the bathroom and you have the elevator. Tell her say I got a bathroom. And then most of the time them head don't call them a right or whatever.
Yes.
Tell her say I got a bathroom and then just switch and go in at the elevator, go up to the highest floor and jump off because you don't have no purpose.
What?
You don't have no purpose. And I planned out everything. Come and say, for me, I don't have no purpose. I don't have no purpose. Because who me I serve and who me I trust in and I come true.
Yes.
So me ever doing them in a sense in my life. And so I planned out everything. So when the nurses came around to do the last call, and so there was an African nurse that was doing the rounds. And so again I was screened around.
Yes.
And so she went over to the girl, she checked everybody, and then she came over to me and she's like, why is this? Why are you screening around and whatever? Like I could hear them saying she lost her baby and whatever. And then because the nurse was talking really firm, like, why? I need to see, you know?
Yes.
And then when they said she lost her baby, you heard the tone like, oh my God, okay, all right. And then she slowly pulled the screen. And as the lady pulled the screen, she just burst out in her tongues.
Boy.
The lady burst out in her tongues because the enemy didn't sit down in there with me.
Yes.
So she recognized the spirit
Yes.
and she just burst out in her tongues and she started to prophesy, she started to declare, say, you shall not die, but live and declare. God has a purpose on your life. God has called you, you are anointed. And I said, lady, I've won. You understand? And then she said to me, you're going to have a child and you're going to think that 10 children you have because that child is so energetic. And it is true because my son, KJ, it come like a 10 pin in my arm. You understand? It's like a 10 pin in my arm. And you know, the lady started to prophesy and she said, God, there's a call on your life and you're anointed and God is going to make a way. And she just go on and I just started to cry. And I felt like as she started to prophesy, there was some stuff just coming off of me, coming off. So till I felt so light. I felt so light at the end. I was smiling. You understand?
Yes.
And you know, she prayed with me and she said, okay, you're going to be fine. She said, don't believe the lies.
Oh my God.
God has a plan for
Yes.
you. Me never tell the woman say, me I go do whatever.
No.
You understand? As she come in, God speak to her.
Yes.
You understand? And I bless God for her.
Yes.
If I see her again, I will remember her. And I just bless God for her. And so when she left, the next day, and it was either the same night or whatever. Me just start take out Jada's stuff them, and then because again the girl that came in, she was on the road in the market. Me just start give her baby clothes because nobody never did come for her. And me start take out stuff, get blanket, everything that one year, all of them something. Me just walk and give it like a Christmas. So anyway, I ended up giving this young lady a really nice blanket, and so I remember maybe months after I was going downtown in one of the fabric store to get some material for Laud. And when I walked in, the girl, she just came up and she's like, "Who are you?" And I said, "Okay, guys, to me teach all over. We don't really know who, but you do the regular nod and say, I am good. Until them say something, I go, "Oh, I other church there." And she's there talking, and I'm going to try to pick up, who is this lady? And she said, "Up to now, I still have the blankets you gave me." And she called her baby name. And I said, "Oh." She's like, "I still remember you sometimes and whatever." And I said, "Thanks." And she's like, "Okay, what you want? Discount. I said, "Right through." I said, "God, where you going so far?" Right? I said, I got discounted on some fabric, some really pretty African fabric I wanted. I got it. And so, when I look back on it, I said, in every situation, God line you with some persons that will help you further down. You just come in contact with them, and then you probably see or hear from them, and then eventually they go, "Oh, I remember," and just set you up properly. So trust me, I've been walking through the grocery stores, Emancipation Park, even on the road, and I see persons with the baby, and I go, "Okay, Jada would have been 5 months." Jada would have been 1. She would have been that baby running to get the ball. She would have been like 5 trying to eat our burger and whatever when you go to these places. So everywhere I go, me used to ball. Everyone, my husband knows something I go ball. And my guy at the supermarket, I'm saying, "Yeah, all right." I say, "Yeah, mama, all right." I'm so happy. I'm so happy when we run going to the car. I'm so happy when we run going to the car or whatever. You understand? So, but eventually, it got a little bit easier. I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt. It still hurts sometimes, but there is pain in purpose. I recognize there is pain in purpose. Enough time I remember being identified as brute force. When persons say Laud Dance, they must say, "So I'm a cloud of a brute force, son. You don't know me, but you don't talk to me.
Listen.
You don't understand what I have been through. So me can go there and I dance for God and I go so."
Nice and cute.
Cuteness don't work.
No.
You understand? Give God your all, everything. So that's why when I dance and when I teach, it'll come from yourself. You understand? It's coming from a place of me knowing that I know that in the midst of everything, God is still God. And so that's how I teach and all of that. And they'll be like, "Laud 2 brute force and Laud 2 this and Laud 2 that." Okay, there are other groups that do this. Go to that group. If I just say, "Well, but don't come along, me not do this." You understand? So, but persons don't understand what it is that you go through. And so they look at you and they say, "Okay, you're going like it better than this, and you're going like it hype and you're this, and you're holier than thou." But it's not a matter of being holier than thou. It's just a matter of having the fear of God. And so you try to walk circumspect, and you try to ensure that everything that you do at the end of the day, that is a saying that we have at Laud, at the end of the day, everything that we have done, we want to make God smile. So when we do whatever and God look upon him, say, "Yeah, you." Nicky, where have you so? We say, "Jesus, because of you."
Hello.
Right? So at the end of the day, we want to make God smile.
So Nikki, what's on your vision board?
On my vision board, I want to see Laud in every parish. Yes. I want to see Laud on an international scale. I want to see the ministry to make an impact within the dance arena, to show persons that it is not just about performance. It's about ministry and what ministry entails. And so, even for myself, we spoke earlier, and I told you that I'd like to become a dance specialist.
Right.
We don't really have one in Jamaica in the sense of a Christian dance specialist. We
Okay.
have one in JCDC.
Right.
So my aim is to become a Christian dance specialist.
Okay.
And so, going around having workshops with different churches, take them all to listen to me. Take them out of this and this, and you have foot. You have yeah. Right? Your body can't move.
Yes.
Right? So it's not just about the hand and this, about teaching them to use it. Teach them about the elements of dance, the dynamic quality, all of those stuff.
Yes.
And so to enhance the church. As I
So Nikki, I've heard you mention something about KG. So obviously you've had other children. How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
Okay.
Yes. So actually I had 5 pregnancies.
Wow.
Yeah. So after Jada, then I had my daughter Nickeisha.
Okay.
And then after Kayla, I had my son DeAndre, who was also stillbirth.
Wow.
Yeah, that was another experience. And then after DeAndre, I had KJ. And then 5 years ago, I had a miscarriage.
Okay.
And so I remember because I was just having children back to back.
Wow.
Okay. Back to back, in the sense of 2 years apart
Yes.
and stuff. And I remember going to church after having Nickeisha. I was pregnant with DeAndre 2 years after. And then when I went to church and my tummy started to show, church sister said to me, "Yeah, rabbit." I'm like, okay, what? Yeah, she said, "Yeah, rabbit. You just pop them out, so and that crushed me."
Of course.
So we need. The church needs to be sensitive about
Yes.
I have 2 beautiful children right now.
Yeah.
Michaela, she's 15. My son KJ, he's 11, going 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the energizer bunny.
Oh yes, definitely.
All right. So you've had those children.
Mhm.
How was Lord birthed? Why Lord? Tell us.
Lord. Lord actually started after I got saved, because my dance life began when I said I danced with Tivoli. I danced with Tivoli like from grade 7 up until I got married, so we're looking at about 10, 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I got saved. And so when I got saved, my church started to send me to Praise Academy.
Oh, yes.
And so because they were saying that, because Tivoli is a secular group, I should go somewhere that would nurture my spirit.
Right.
And so,
Right.
so and then I don't think I paid fees some ago.
Hey.
So yes, I went to Praise, and that was a really good experience. And it was at AJ Associate Gospel Assembly. One of those rallies that we have. We normally have competition, dance, sign, drama, performing arts competition. And I sat there waiting for my church to go on. I was the dance coordinator. And I sat there waiting for my church group to go on. And it's like within that time, I just saw this thing bigger than just the church,
Yes.
Just the AGA, and it's like the Lord was saying, you should birth something like this, you should. And then the ideas just started to come about setting up date for audition. I mean, I'm at the competition, and the idea came, and I started making jottings, name, mission statement, vision statement, audition dates, while I was sending out letter, everything just started to come to me. And so at the end of the competition, I approached the churches within the AGA, those who danced and stuff, and I told them about it, And so a few of them, they were excited about it, and then send out letters to get audition, and then try to send it further within the AGA. But then I recognized that all the AGA churches appreciate dance or does dance.
Okay.
So I was kind of like, because we wanted to name it AGA Dance Group.
Okay.
But then after speaking to my pastor, he said that it's not all the AGA do it, so you can't be branded as that because they don't support dance. Yeah. So, we're there talking about it and said, okay, we need to come up with a name and all of that. I remember being at Tivoli, we did this dance called Laud. Okay. Right, and it's Yolanda Adams' song. There is a name that is so precious.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that
yes.
song. His
yes.
name is Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That song.
Hallelujah.
And I remembered the dance. It came into my head. I'm like, Lord. Everybody's like, yeah, we talked about it, and there's a Laud Dance Troupe, Laud Christian Group, Laud whatever, until we eventually got Laud Dance Ministry. And so, we started to go around to the other AJ churches that would want to be a part of it and got new members. Yes. And we started, it was actually my daughter, pop out, the March, the March, and we actually started April, May.
Places.
I dance up to my full 9 months. Yeah. I dance up to my full 9 months, and then by time, I can step off on the bed and whatever, I'm out back dancing. Yeah. So, and then Laud started in 2006, and it has been around ever since.
15-year-old.
Go.
So Laud is 15 years old.
Yep.
Teenager.
Yeah.
Okay. So what achievements have you attained through the years? Do you just dance in the church? Tell us something about that.
Oh yes, we have gone through a lot of spaces, not just the church, right? Because God so must go outside and feed and teach and all of these things. So one of our main our main medium, of ministry is through the JCDC, right? And that is a competition. They have is a performing arts competition. Okay. So you have dance, music, culinary, culture queen, everything they cover. And so we use that platform to highlight the church, because I don't know about you, but have you ever gone to any form of competition, or let's say competition, and you have a church group a part of that, and then once the church group comes on stage, everybody start talk on them phone. Everybody start have conversation with each other.
Because the board.
Yes, live from the enemy. Yes. You understand? Yes. So what Lord has purpose to do is to go forward to bring ministry through dance. So everything that we do is ministry based. And at the same time of doing ministry, there's a spirit of excellence that is upon us. Yes. So whatever it is that we're doing, you're supposed to stop. Yes. Tap on your phone and your friend and watch what is going on, because there is a message that you must receive. And so we purposefully, structure everything that we do to pull persons to God. So we spend time in rehearsal, though sometimes that is hard, and so with persons different working and all of these things. But we ensure that whatever product we are putting out, it is one that will pull the audience. Because guess what? When a secular group come out, or when them not even do nothing, when them hear the cartel and when them hear this, and everybody are moving, everybody but as the church group go on, everybody set back, so it's all right. Right. I believe that the arts were created to give God praise. Yes. It was created for His glory. So whatever we do, we use that to bring glory unto God. So we have done JCDC, we have done Grand Gala. I've choreographed for Grand Gala for 3 years. We have done outside reaches. We have gone we have worked with Better Tomorrow. We have worked with Best Dress. Right. So there are other, they're anywhere them want we will go once we are available. Yes. And one of the things is that growing up and watching the festival competition, I would look up at the judges and I would say, so one day maybe sit down there so.
Really?
Yeah. I said it was one day maybe sit down right up there so. And it so happened that 2 years ago I was invited to be a part of the JCDC adjudication board. So so God has been using yes. So once praise dance, everybody I look And I said,
Yes.
Nikki, I hear one this. I hear one this. Because we, as a ministry, we set a standard
Yes.
to say this is what needs to be done. I mean, we might not be the most technical group in the sense of technique and whatever, but what we do it from our hearts, and it honors God and it honors us. And so the JCBC saw that, and hence have me to be a part of such an awesome organization.
Congratulations on your achievement at the, achieving all those awards at the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And that's it. That's anything else? Any other awards?
Yeah, we have been awarded, as I said, from inception, we have been awarded the most outstanding community group.
Okay.
Yes, I've been awarded, and that's for Kingston.
Yes.
I've been awarded the most outstanding teacher. We have the most outstanding class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, whatever category we enter. And 2 years in a row, we captured the Sheila Barnett Award for Excellence in Dance.
Awesome.
Yes.
You know, as you said, usually when you say church group, everybody, but no, you're bringing excellence to it.
Yes.
And the kingdom of God is being glorified.
Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you so
Because,
much.
you know, there's so much our God has entrusted in us. He has given us the ability to do. And when you put him hand on it,
Yes.
it just explodes.
Yes.
Keep on doing what you do, sister.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
Thank you.
So you're presently studying and you're going to school at the moment, right?
Yes, I am.
Right.
I'm going to the Manny College.
Awesome. 3 years now. Okay, we all know that last year, 2020, COVID stepped in March and affected everybody. How it affect you, your ministry, your family life?
It has. It has impacted us greatly. Me personally, the ministry overall, us as a family, it has impacted us. Again, as humans, we're used to contact.
Right.
So with this new law coming in 6 feet apart, social distancing, all of that took a toll. You know, it was a process to learn that and unlearn what we knew before. So that was challenging. It affected me as well, really losing my jobs, because I freelance as a dance teacher. And so schools are out and they're not doing dancing online. So, you know, I don't have any income, you know, because it came to a sudden stop.
Preaching hard.
Yeah. And so I'm going to school. My children are going to school. School fee for pay, all of these things. And there's nothing coming in from me. Because normally I would cover my children's school fee. Because I teach at an institution. They deduct it from my pay. And so that's one less thing to think of. You know, collect the balance and whatever. But now that everything is locked down, literally, there's nothing coming in. And I've said this to a few friends before that COVID has shown me the hearts of a lot of persons. It has, yes. Persons that you thought would have your back.
Yes.
You know, you go out on a limb for them, you do whatever for them, and it's like now it's a time where, okay, I'm going through this thing, you know, the backs are turned. I can give you an example of the schools that my children goes to. The one that my son attends, you know, I was called, you know, the school fee needs to be paid, and if you don't pay it, then he's not going to join the class. And it actually happened.
Wow.
Yeah, we went on Zoom to log in and it wasn't opening, you know, so I called because, you know, I work at an institution, you know, and so I called to say, okay, fine, I wasn't able to cover the fee, but at least I work there, you know, and I was thinking maybe some leniency, you know, okay, let's work out a payment plan, whatever. Not so.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, it was like, oh, no, you have to pay, or unless and unless. So that pushes my husband now to take on extra job. And God bless his heart, Kingston Jones, right? Yes. So, you know, and then I got the opposite reaction from my daughter's school, you know, when I actually called to say, okay, miss, you know, I know because of what happened at that school, and my son's school, they say, you know, I'm at me call, I'm not going to respond. So I called the school and I'm like, miss, this is what I'm going through and whatever. And the principal was like, Auntie Vicky, we're family, come on.
Wow.
You're one of us.
That's night and day.
You're one of us. Come on, we look out for each other. Here what? Just write off whatever and just come in for the next for this term, and let's work out a payment.
Wow.
And I stood back and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You understand? And God is faithful. So, you know, it has been really, really hard. One of the things that also affected us as a family, because again, I am online in my classes, and these are practical classes, right? All people do ballet, So we have to get up once over bed 8 o'clock in the morning to do plie, and thank you, Jesus, it's over. Ballet day is over, no more ballet. Right? So you have to get up early in the morning and try to prepare whatever. So I would normally go into the living room for more space because it's a moving class. Their class is sit. So my daughter stay in my room, my son in his room. And, you know, I'm there, you know, I check in, you know, all right, running back and whatever. Been doing so since COVID happened. Anyway, so one day I messaged my son's teacher and I said, hi, miss, how is he? You know, really the classes and stuff, and she's like, I was about to call you, you know. And I'm like, okay. And she said the director wanted to speak to me because she recognized that once Kemar comes in, logs in at 9 o'clock, he stays on like for 10 minutes and then they don't see anything from him. The cameras are off, or it is that he would leave the chat, leave the class. And I'm like, okay. And she said, this has been going on for a month. Wow. So the school was saying, okay, they tried to reach out to persons who are having internet issues to say, all right, you could come by the school or try to work out something so that the students can be a part of the session. Now when me hear that, after me make sure it say, flow up here so we can have it because we're there home. Boy bright, right? Now the class. So I said, what is going on? You know, he said, he would go on YouTube and then the time would pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he's working with YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. So because it's an online class, so you know, this easy access. Yeah. So he would be playing games or going on YouTube, watching videos, and you know, so once you start, that's it for the day. You understand? And I felt so disappointed within myself. I was like, how could this happen? Because I'm in the same space. Yes. You know, and I started to blame myself because I said, what kind of mother am I? You know, how could it be that my child for a month has not been going to school and me never know that and we're in the same space? So that really took a toll on me. So we worked it out and I ensured that, you know, I check in every minute time to, you know, what I had to do was to turn his back to the door so that once I walk in, I'm able to see the screen. So you have to think of creative ways because, again, they're children. And even us as adults, I can confess, you know, a lot of time I'm in my Zoom meeting and then because my laptop is hooked up to my phone, when the WhatsApp comes, me gone. And I gone to the WhatsApp, so I know that it is real. You understand? So that was one of the situations that I had to face. For Lord, no, we went online, and it started out slowly but surely, and it gradually picked up. Where now we have online sessions that we have persons from overseas, we have persons from New York, persons from Canada that's taking the online classes. So COVID has opened up a wider scale for us to get our names out.
That's the interesting thing about even this COVID. It really has opened the doors.
Yes, it
has opened many doors. Whereas Lord would be here, this local, right here. Now it's the world.
Yes.
To the world and beyond. All right. So we talk about heart to heart. So who have your heart? Tell us about the man who have your heart. Right, sure.
Look here. So he was coming from KC. I went to Tivoli High School. So he was coming from KC because he needed some more subject to go to sixth form. And he played hockey as well. I was dancing. And so I was going to the library. And a friend of mine, Leighton, he was coming down the stairs. I was going up. They were coming from the library. I was going to the library. And then when I was going up, Leighton saw me and Kemar was with him. And Leighton said, Nickeisha, I have somebody for you. Friends teasing each other. I'm like, okay. And so he introduced Kemar to me. And, he was like, hi, I'm Kemar, whatever, coming from this. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. And then because Leighton knows that I can sing. So he said, that Kemar can sing? I said, I sing something. And
so the first day you met, he serenaded you?
Yes! And then you see, in them old-time days, they were in a school. It was Boys to Men. And he sang Down and Bended Knees. So that was, I was like, oh my God, in my head, I'm like, oh my God. And then when him sing, I say, I can't sing. I say, I can't well a note. And then there was this competition at school, So they said, you can sign up, man, and do one song or whatever. I'm like, all right, And so we exchanged number. And so we met for rehearsal and we sang, what's the name? R. Kelly and Celine Dion. No Mountain to that one.
Yes.
I'll be up.
Yes.
And anyway, so with that, then we are practicing all of these things. And the day of the competition, we won.
Yes.
Yeah. When we sang, and at first, like in the rehearsal, in the cool or whatever, it's when him go on stage, I sitting up, I'm tremble. But me about watch y'all. I'm gonna pass this. So anyway, and him did that, and he must sweat, and he must see like a flash from messages first, And anyway, so we were there singing and whatever. And after the competition, we went down. Because you finish your thing, you're gone on for watching the next person. Right. So I missed my dance friend, so me got left. And so I went over to the dancers and we were there talking and whatever. And I remember he said to me the night, because we call and stuff, they're singing on the phone and all of these things. So he called the night and he's like, Nickeisha, you're the one. I said, the one for what? And him said, like, today after we sang, and then you went over with Shelly and the other girls. And I stood and I watched you, was just looking at me. And he said, God, if she's the one, show me a sign. And he said he saw a bright light, like a halo, just shine. The glory. But then the rest of it that you tell. And he said he saw a literal bright light. Yes. Like nobody else was in the room but me. Wow. And he's like, whenever, because we're married for 19 years this year.
Wow,
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great.
Yeah. And like whenever we have disagreements and stuff, mother joke, I'm going to say, see the light? You see that now? And then sometimes we just say, me see it. It kind of dim though. We joke about it. Yes. And so, but I liked him and whatnot. And so we never did anything, until we got married. Because shortly after I got saved, as we were dating, because I was like 16, no, I was like 18 at the time, because I had to repeat 11th grade because I wasn't going to school, and so that it kind of threw me back.
Right.
So God made me repeat, so I was able to meet my husband.
Oh, what a
at the
story.
time. Yeah. So it's
You look
really
like you're
good.
blushing.
He still makes me
Oh my God, he likes to share.
Yeah.
How can we get in touch or stay in touch with Laud Dance Ministries?
You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Laud Dance. You can send us an email, lawdanceministry@gmail.com. And also we meet at 129 Sundown Crescent. That's on the property of Calvary Gospel Assembly on Malines Road. Classes is from 10 a.m. up until 4 p.m. due to the curfew. And we have different classes from juniors up to teens, up to seniors, as well as we have our online classes.
Okay.
Yeah, all these information are posted on our Instagram and Facebook page.
Okay, all right. So we'll follow you.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us at Heart to Arts. You've heard the story of this woman of God. It has blessed me, and I know it has blessed you. See you next time. Make sure you bring your coffee and your tea, okay? Heart to Arts.